Okay, so we're going to be doing the Hollows song bracket. We got 32 songs here. I went through and selected what I thought were his best 32 songs, kind of encompassing like his whole career from where he started with his first project all the way to the singles he's dropping today. So we're going to go through and we're going to see what the best song is in his discography. So first up, we have Hellraiser, which is off of Hellraiser, and that's going up against Gone with the Wind. So have some notes here too. So Hellraiser, it's great energy, solid ending to this project. I wouldn't say it's the highlight on this project. I wish it was a bit longer, but that first verse, the energy where it comes in is pretty strong versus hit. And that's going up against Gone with the Wind. So we have the beat by Living Death. Crazy sample. I'd say it's one of his best beats he's done with Hollows. He does a lot. I'd say with this song, probably his cockiest flow I've heard him do. Sounds pretty effortless. We got like rolling out here with the fine ass bitch. So yours, that phone, taste my dick. You're lost in the sauce, the fake ass bitch. I got fire ace fits, Luke Kane kicks. Like just very playful rhyme. Just that first verse, absolutely insane. I'd say it's one of my favorite verses he's ever done. I definitely want to hear more laid back Hollows over these types of beats in the future. So I think I'm going to go Gone with the Wind for the first pick. Next up, we got Underrated versus Watch It. So a bit of old and new. So Underrated, it's another Living Death beat, very different than the last one. The chorus is pretty good. It shows what's to come as he's developing his hooks more and more throughout this. It's a huge highlight on this early project, on his first project. I'd say it's a top 3 song. It's pretty impressive considering where he was at this point in his artistry. Pretty old song, but holds up very well. Going up against Watch It, which is another Living Death beat. You can see a lot of Living Death on here. Shout out Living Death. Probably have to do a bracket for him soon. But actually with what he's rapping about in the song, I actually know like exactly what he's talking about, like the exact situations he's in. So it makes the song just hit a little bit harder for me. I'm getting like early Denzel Curry vibes with it. The sample's insane. Flow switch up in the middle. It's great. Fuck, buck. Shit's heat straight through, you know. So whole thing sounds like he's having a lot of fun with it. Love the ad libs. It's tough, but I think I gotta go with I think I'm gonna go with Watch It right here. Underrated, great song. Sucks to see it go out in the first round, but you know, this whole bracket's gonna get hard. So next up we have Get Back versus Heat Part 2. So Get Back, beat's pretty iconic the way it starts. One of his more popular songs. I'd say the hook is pretty solid, but I'd say this whole project, Hellraiser, was definitely like a transitional phase in his career. Where he just started transitioning, developing a new sound, and because of that, the whole project kind of sounds a bit like he's punching under his weight with some of the beat selection and stuff. Leaves a lot to be desired. Then we have Heat Part 2. That's a song he did with Prophet. A lot of songs he did with Prophet. Song's insane. Prophet's chorus goes hard. His verse, Hollow's verse, isn't exactly huge on this song, but he does exactly what his feature is supposed to do. You know, take a back seat, let the artist shine through, and complement the song where you can. I think he cuts through that with a very interesting flow and rhyme style, and kind of just sets himself apart, even with Prophet absolutely like tearing up this song. So despite the popularity of Get Back, I think I'm gonna have to go with Heat Part 2 here again too. So yeah. Next up we have Below, and we have Poltergeist. So Poltergeist, a song he did with Living Death, very old, a lot of nostalgia, pretty iconic song in his career, but I'm gonna have to go with Below, man. Just the way that song comes in, it's a heavy song. I'd say it's probably his most heavy song he's ever done. Just what he's talking about, you can just hear like the anguish, and the beat is just insane. Just like those drums, the way they're hitting those guitars, and then Prophet's feature, you hear Prophet in kind of like a delivery that he doesn't really do with his own music. You don't hear that too often. I think they're both really out of their element. I feel like this is a big experiment for both of them, and I think it really paid off, and it's one of his best songs he's ever done. and I definitely want to hear more of this in the future. So definitely going with Below there. All right, next up we have 365 Nights against Lesson Learned. Lesson Learned, I'd say it's the best song on Hellraiser, Never Living Death production. I'd say this kind of encompasses a lot of what he was trying to do on his first project. Kind of seems like it's coming to fruition here. So despite the issues and inconsistencies I have with this project, I think this is definitely the best song. Going up against 365 Nights, which is his most popular song. As of right now, it has over like 300,000 plays. 365 Nights was definitely a catalyst for him. The vocals are insane, the build-up, the beat, everything is just clicking. There's a reason I think it's his most popular song. I wouldn't say, just offhand, it's my favorite thing he's ever done, but man, this one's close because I really like Lesson Learned. I think these are both... I think Lesson Learned is the best song off Hellraiser, and 365 Nights is top 3 on that project. I think I just got to go with 365 Nights, It's just, sometimes numbers don't lie, and, like, that's a song that's definitely going to be sticking with him for a while. And I don't think it's a sound he's necessarily tried to explore too much with his more recent music, but I definitely think it's going to be this song and that style is going to play more of a part in his career to come. Next up we have, this is going to be a tough one. Round 1, tough one. It's a Lost and Frostbite. So with Lost, we got the rage beat. I'd say structurally the song isn't as cohesive and sound as it could be, but I think like my guy 8th Gate Kickin', like I just don't know where the fuck shit, like the hook is fire, everything, the beat's wild. Frostbite, one of his more laid back songs. I really like the switch up at the end, the slowed down beat. The beat here is pretty, it makes me think of like just like a rebirth, just like a rebirth and like a reset in his career, just kind of like taking a step back and like. And the song also came after just like a string of singles he did with Prophet that were just probably the best songs he's ever done. And I think this is kind of like, sounds like a victory lap for me, despite all like the heavy material in it. So I think I'm going to go Frostbite. Controversial pick. I'd say Lost is one of the best songs on Depths, but I don't know, I just feel like that energy he gives me in Frostbite's just better. All right, next up we have Chisel versus I Woke Up Angry Today. I Woke Up Angry is definitely one of his like defining songs in his early career. Chisel, pretty popular, loose single, kind of came during an era where he was just not missing. Just everything he was dropping was just straight heat. I'd say during that time period, Chisel isn't necessarily my favorite song out of those collections of songs that were being dropped, but I mean, still pretty hot. I got to go with Chisel here. Next up, we have Bloodhound Step versus Most Wanted. That's easy. Bloodhound Step. That song's absolutely insane. Living Death on the beat and on the verse, they're both crazy. I don't even know who did better on that song. Both their verses straight fire. Beat's insane. Kind of came with Gone with the Wind. I think that beat and when both these songs were made, and that song out of all his newer stuff, it's doing the best numbers. I think it's becoming like an underground staple. So I'm going to go with Bloodhound Step there. All right, next section of the bracket, we have Keep Me Down versus In the Back. So Keep Me Down, I think it's his best hook he's ever done. He's singing. I think that all the hooks and all the stuff he's been doing on his earlier stuff kind of led to this moment where I was just craving, like, I just want like one hook that's just hitting really hard. Living Death goes great on it. I would say the mix leaves a little bit more to be desired, but as a song, pretty fucking insane. And then we have In the Back, which I would say is the best song on his first project, Underrated. This is really tough. In the Back, just iconic. Like, when you got the girls at the show, this is the one they're singing. Keep Me Down, though, this is a tough one. I gotta listen to them. I'm gonna go with Keep Me Down here. The hook's too crazy, man. Verses, it's just all too insane. Like, In the Back, iconic song, but he developed. He got to this point because of songs like In the Back, so got to go with that. Next up, we have Broadway, song he did with Kid Orphan, and Timeless. Timeless is a good song, but I'm gonna go with Broadway here. I think his verse is insane. He's literally rhyming one word the entire time. The song is just 2 Kid Orphan choruses sandwiched between just a fire-ass Hollows verse. Beat by Kid Orphan's insane. I gotta go with Broadway. Next up, we have Cutthroat versus a Prophet song, I Don't Fuck With These. Yeah. People. So, they're both songs with Prophet. I Don't Fuck With Them is pretty fire too. But Cutthroat, I'd say it kind of just like, they were all just firing off on all cylinders. I also like the mix better on Cutthroat. I think the verses are a little bit better. I really like both these songs, but I'm going to go with Cutthroat here. Next up, we have Third Quarter, which is the first song on Depths versus Poison Jam, another song with Kid Orphan on the Jet Set Radio mixtape. Third Quarter, I'd say this project Depths was definitely kind of the end of his transitional period, where he was finding just a new sound from like Underrated. I would say Third Quarter is a really solid song. Wouldn't say it's the best song on the project, but verses are fire, beats good. Poison Jam, Kid Orphan beat goes fire. Hollow's verse is insane. Got the Jet Set Radio references. I'm gonna go with Poison Jam here. Next up, we got Breakthrough versus Talk My Shit Part 2. This one's pretty easy for me. I think Talk My Shit, I love the jazz beat, love the saxophone, love the laid-back nature of it, but I'd say he has stronger laid-back songs in his discography. Breakthrough, to me, is... it literally sounds like him breaking through, just finding a new sound, new energy. This group of singles that he dropped, probably his more recent ones, absolutely insane. I got to go with Breakthrough here. Fuck That, Fuck Them, Fuck You, and Solitaire. I'm gonna stick with Fuck That, Fuck Them, Fuck You. Energy is insane. That song live, it's great. Next up, we have Rock With Me, Been Decided. Rock With Me, song he did with Prophet. This is probably, I think, his best song he's ever done with Prophet. This hook, this flow, this beat, it's just hypnotic. There's not really a bad thing about this song at all. It's kind of perfect. Been Decided, great song, but it's not Rock With Me, so yeah. Next up, we have Quit Playing With Me and Still Here. I'm going to go with Quit Playing With Me. Same thing I said about Breakthrough. Fuck That, Fuck Them, Fuck You. It's just his new energy, just a new sound that I think he took a lot of time to develop, and I think it's paying off really nice for him. Some of his best stuff he's ever done, so definitely choosing that song. All right, we made it to the second round of the bracket. This is where things are definitely going to get pretty difficult. So we have Gone With the Wind versus Watch It. Okay. This is tough. It sucks that these two songs are matching up this early. Man, because I feel like these are both, I could see these both top 8, top 4 songs. Shit. You know, when I first heard Gone with the Wind, it kind of stuck with me. I'm going Gone with the Wind. You know, I think that song is very underrated, despite the success that Watch It is having right now. Next up, we have Heat Part 2 versus Below. Another Prophet Hollows matchup again. Below's the better song here. 365 Nights versus Frostbite. You know, I love Frostbite, but 365 Nights gotta be. It's iconic. Next, we have Chisel versus Bloodhound Step. Whew. You know, there's a lot about Chisel that leaves a lot to be desired as the song progresses. I think it could do a better job at just kind of like arriving somewhere. I feel like it kind of just starts and it hits that, gets that vibe, and it doesn't really expand. Bloodhound Step, I feel like there's layers to it. I feel like there's ups and downs. I feel like the writing's better there. Bloodhound Step. Keep Me Down versus Broadway. You know, this one's tough. I would say both these choruses are fire. Kid Orphan's chorus, great. Hollow's chorus, great. Death and Hollow's verse is better. Hollow's verse, Broadway, insane. Two very different vibes. This is a tough one. I think I'm going to go Keep Me Down here. Yeah. It's tough, but I got to go with it. I got to go with just his progression as an artist. I feel like the Broadway verse, absolutely insane, but Keep Me Down, he's kind of just, you kind of see the growth, you kind of see the development with both his verse and his chorus. I would say that his verse on Broadway is better than his verse on Keep Me Down, but Death's verse, Living Death's verse, fire. Hollow's chorus, too fire. Got to go with Keep Me Down. Next up, we have Cutthroat and Poison Jam. Both beats are crazy. I'm going to go with Poison Jam here. I think it's just better lyrically. Cutthroat, really great song. Really a staple in his discography, but Poison Jam, man, Poison Jam. Got that Jet Set Radio. Can't go wrong. Next up is Breakthrough versus Fuck That, Fuck Them, Fuck You. Man, these songs are very close. Same energy, same delivery. This is probably the hardest pick I've had so far. How do you decide? They're both new Hollows. They both have the crazy choruses. They both go crazy live. The beats, the mix, everything is just fire. Man, this is definitely the toughest pick here. Okay, so I think Breakthrough, the chorus, is better. I think the verses on Fuck That, Fuck Them, Fuck You are better. I think the Breakthrough beat and the Fuck That, Fuck You beat are close. I gotta go with Fuck That, Fuck Them, Fuck You. Man, that's painful seeing Breakthrough go down like that, but it's the nature of the game. Now you got Quit Playing With Me and Rock With Me. Quit Playing With Me reminds me a lot of Fuck That, Fuck Them, Fuck You. Same energy. I think that Fuck That, Fuck Them, Fuck You does it better. And I think Rock With Me is just the best song he's done with Prophet, and everything is just firing there. I gotta go with Rock With Me. So now we got our top 8. We got Gone with the Wind, Below, 365 Nights, Bloodhound Step, Keep Me Down, Poison Jam, Fuck That, Fuck Them, Fuck You, and Rock With Me. I think it's a pretty good top 8 we got here. Now we got Gone with the Wind and Below. Ooh, I love these songs. Personally, I think I prefer... They're both so creative. They're both things that he doesn't do often. But I think just Below, just like the emotion behind it, just carries more than like just the kind of carefree cockiness of Gone with the Wind. I think I got to go Below. 365 Nights, Bloodhound Step. I mean, you got his biggest song versus his song that's doing the most right now, like popping off the most. You know, there's a lot in 365 Nights in the kind of like 3/5, a little after halfway through the song, that I'm not super, it doesn't hit me super hard. I think Bloodhound Step just more consistently throughout the whole song. Gonna go Bloodhound Step, gonna go with the Future. Keep Me Down, Poison Jam. Fuck. Keep Me Down is a more, Keep Me Down's a better song here. I'm gonna go with Keep Me Down. Yep, I gotta go with Keep Me Down. Fuck That, Fuck Them, Fuck You, and Rock With Me. Oh, man. You know, I think I gotta go with how I feel. I gotta go with Rock With Me. That song, it's just too insane. We got our top 4 here. We got Below, Bloodhound Step, Keep Me Down, and Rock With Me. You know, as I started doing this list and constructing this, I didn't really think this would be my top 4, but I guess that's just the nature of the bracket. And we got one winner here. So Below and Bloodhound Step. I'm going to go with Below. I just think Below. I just think that song's insane. Bloodhound Step. All respect to that song. I'm glad that it's doing numbers right now, but it's not Below. Next up, we got Keep Me Down and Rock With Me. I think both of these songs are better than Keep Me Down. I think Keep Me Down had a pretty, not an easy way to the top 4, but definitely had an easier route than some of these other songs. Definitely had an easier route than Rock With Me. I'm going to go with Rock With Me here. And real quick, I'll do a third place, Bloodhound Step versus Keep Me Down. I'm going to go Bloodhound Step for third place. And here we go. We got the finals. We got Below versus Rock With Me. Like I said earlier, Below, the emotion behind that song, you hear both of them. You hear Hollow singing, but it's not really singing. It's just a lot of like anguish and pain in his voice. The melody's great. It sounds super just like discombobulated and rough and just like not polished at all. And just Prophet goes insane. The beat, just the energy of that song's great. Rock With Me, you just got like probably the most insane beat I've ever heard, like on any of his songs. Prophet goes insane, just the way he kind of just plays off of Hollow's verse, lyrical content. Just tell a bitch, rock with me, fuck with me, see where it gets. You're gonna end up feeling stressful. Don't speak to me, that's bad for you. It just kind of just encompasses all like he is, you know, and just like, just stay away. Like, you're gonna get hurt. It's the warning. It's just his warning to everyone. Then you got Prophet coming in, just tell that bitch chill with me. He's just looking for just someone just to hold him down, just ride or die, because they've both been just like cut down. I feel like neither of them want the solution to be just cutting everyone off. They kind of would like to have like just, someone, a woman to hold them down, just like to keep them good. But, just after just being like fucked over too many times, you kind of just have to accept that it's life, and that's just the way the world works, and you got to look out for yourself. So, man. I think Below just deals with more of just like the anguish and the feeling of that pain, and Rock With Me just is more of like coming out of that and deciding, okay, what am I going to do with this pain? And because of that, it's tough, man. Because I feel like listening to Hollows, I feel like it's him talking about just what he goes through, and then it's not pretty. It's sad. It's depressing. It's inspiring. And then Rock With Me is just encompasses him just like getting out of that. Pretty sick that it's both Hollows and Prophet on this top two. Shout out Living Death though. I mean, you got his beats all over the place on this whole bracket. You got his verses. I think the winner is Rock With Me. Well, let me click it. Champion, Rock With Me. So you have it. Got Rock With Me, champion. Below in second. Bloodhound Step third. Keep Me Down fourth. Got Rock With Me there. So yeah, this has been my Hollows bracket. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys think you guys have different picks, if you think some of my choices were controversial or wrong, or you think that I got it spot on, just let me know in the comments below. So yeah, thanks.